Hello and welcome to this 30-minute power flow, just short and sweet little power flow. You can go ahead and grab blocks if you have them. If you have them lying around. If you don't have blocks, that's okay. You can use cans or anything that you have around the house. I always love using what you have. You don't need the bolster, so you can go ahead and remove that unless you just want to lay on it the whole class, which is fine too. So go ahead and come into your meditation seat. We won't be here too long. You can sit on a block if you'd like. You can lay down if you'd like. I don't advise you laying down in this class just because we're taking it up a notch in this class. So this is the most advanced class, but I want to remind you to also listen to your body. So you don't have to do every pose. There's times where you can always take child's pose at any moment. So go ahead and find that seat as we begin. We're just going to get into this quick meditation. And this is from Maria Gullo, one of my favorites, and you can find her on the app called Insight Timer. A most profound awakening, the love you seek dwells within you. Settle into this moment, sitting attentively yet comfortably. Close your eyes, and with each breath, feel yourself beginning to draw deeper, connecting to the stillness within you. Feel your breath as it naturally slows down as you inhale and as you exhale. Let it bring clarity to your intention. To deeply connect and to rest in the love that dwells within you, here and now. For the love you desire is already present within you. Gently give voice to these words as you repeat after me. The love I desire lives within me. The love I seek rests within my soul. Ever so gently bring your attention to your heart, letting each breath draw you deeper into this sacred ground. Envision a warm light from within your heart. Each gentle breath is fanning ember of light into flame. With each breath, this light grows brighter, penetrating your whole heart. This is the light of love. Continue to place your attention on your heart. Notice as the light seems through your heart into your body, into your whole being. The light of love is the energy of life within you. Love breathing through you, through your being into the world around you. The presence of this source of love. Rest in this presence, in this love. Feel the peace that it provides. Feel the aliveness it stirs. Let it bring a smile to your face as you gently open your eyes and sense the peace and the joy that this light brings to you as you move into your day. Gently coming into your seat if you're not already there. Making sure your shoulders are rolled down your back. Maybe even place your hands onto your heart. Knowing that God's love lives within you. That loyal love. Holding on to it and not letting it go. Just taking one more little pause in his presence. And then gently make your way to your child's pose. So really warming up the body here, taking your knees out wide, walk your palms all the way up towards the top of your mat, spread your fingers, big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Walk your palms over to the left side, breathing into that right side body, really pressing your fingers into the floor of the mat. And then gently walk your palms over to the right side. See if you can walk your palms a little bit closer towards the top of your mat. Inhale. And then exhale back to your child's pose. Gently make your way to your downward facing dog. Reach your hips up high. Pedal out your knees. Spread your fingers. Reach your hips just a little bit higher here. Big breath in. Exhale, side out. Making sure you're in your correct alignment with your down dog. See if you can come into your plank. If you've been practicing yoga for a while, I really want you to challenge yourself to hover your knees over the mat. If you're newer, you can come down onto your knees or just listen to your body and go right there. Or see if you can really come into that full plank pose. Spread your fingers, stack your shoulders over your wrists, pull the pit of your belly in, inhale, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Walk your feet towards your hands, forward fold. Feet hip width. Lift and spread your toes. Maybe hold onto your elbows and rock side to side. Soften your face, your forehead, and your jaw. Really deepening that breath. Let go of your bind. Lift and spread your toes. Root down all four corners of your feet into the mat. So really root down into your mat there. Bend your knees and then rise up. Reach your palms up high. Inhale. Exhale, hands to prayer center. Close your eyes. Breathing in and out. Proverbs 3:3 says, hold on to loyal love. Don't let it go. Be faithful to all that you've been taught. Let your life be shaped by integrity, with truth written upon your heart. You're just taking a pause in God's presence, holding on to his loyal love. Big breath in, side out. Finding one more, inhale. Let it go. So beautiful. Bring your palms by your sides. Roll your shoulders down your back. Making sure you're in your mountain pose. Check out your feet. Make sure they're on 12 o'clock. So you can choose to find any pose. You can choose to just stand here and watch. You can choose to find child's pose or downward facing dog. Or we're going to find 3 sun salutation A's. So moving at your own pace, listening to your body. So really warming up the body here. Reach your palms up high. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, flat back. Press your palms into the mat. If you've been practicing yoga for a while, maybe bring your feet together, maybe step back, or maybe practice jumping all the way back into your plank pose. Inhale, upward facing dog. Roll your shoulders down your back, downward facing dog. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Taking that pause, spread your fingers, lift and spread your toes. Bring your gaze in between your hands. Maybe walk up. Maybe bring both of your feet together. Bend your knees and practice jumping all the way up. Wherever you are, breathe. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Going at your own pace. This is your practice. Reach your palms up high. Big breath in. Maybe add that back bend. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Finding your flow. So maybe step it back, maybe jump it back, going to wherever you need to. Inhale, upward facing dog. Elbows glued towards your sides. Downward facing dog. Breathing in, breathing out. Maybe finding child's pose here. That's okay. Listen to your body, or maybe finding one more sun salutation in. Really taking it up a notch, maybe. Bring your feet together. Jump or step all the way up. Inhale, halfway lift. Fold. Root to rise. Reach your palms high. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Find your flow. You're doing wonderful. Upward facing dog. Side out, downward facing dog. Finding 4 or 5 big breaths here, in and out. Calming the mind and the body. Psalm 18:19 says, his love broke open the way, and he brought me to a beautiful, broad place. He rescued me, because his delight is in me. knowing that God's light, God's love is within you. And just see if you can tune into that sacred space, just being here with God. Choosing to stay in your down dog if you would like to. Bring your gaze in between your hands if you want to add a little bit more on, and jump all the way up. Bring your feet together, halfway lift, and then exhale, fold. Lift and spread your toes. So really root down into the four corners of your feet here. Spread your toes as wide as you can. Bend your knees, and then bring your hands onto your hips. So I always need to realign myself as we move into our chair pose. I always tend to stick my bum out. So see if you can pull the pit of your belly in. So really ground down into those legs, making those legs super strong, and then reach up with your palms. Spread your fingers. Roll your shoulders down your back. Big breath in. And then as you exhale, sink just a little bit lower. Inhale. Exhale. One more here, big breath in. And then exhale, fold. Halfway lift, flat back. And then find that flow. However that looks like. Maybe jump back, maybe step back. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Bring both of your feet together. Raise your right leg high. Square your hips towards the mat. You can choose to stay right here, or simply bring your knee to your nose. Arch your back. Press into your palms. Exhale, kick it back. Bring your knee to your right elbow. Engaging your core. Kick it back. Bring your knee to your left elbow. You're doing great. Kick it back. Big breath in. And as you breathe out, step your right foot in between your hands. You can choose to keep that leg lifted if you want a little bit more, or bring your left knee down if you'd like to. I'm going to take it up a notch and keep that leg lifted to inspire you. We're in this together. So coming into this high lunge, reach your arms high towards the sky. Big breath in. Side out. Wrap your right arm underneath your left, coming into those eagle arms. So we've really been practicing these eagle arms. If this is too intense, hold on to your shoulders, making sure your elbows are in line with your shoulders, wherever you are. Deepen the bend in your right knee. Inhale, squeeze it in. And then as you exhale, reach your palms back up, and then flow into your warrior two. So beautiful. So the main thing here is to make sure your hips, your shoulders are right over your hips. So maybe even you need to like touch your shoulders, touch your hips, make sure they're right underneath there. Deepen the bend in your right knee. Spread your toes out wide. Pull the pit of your belly in. Take your arms out as though someone's pulling you forward, but also pulling you backwards. So you're in this center space here. Flip your right palm, peaceful warrior. Big breath in. Exhale, deepen the bend in your right knee. One more inhale. And then exhale, simply straighten your right knee, coming into your triangle pose. So arms back to warrior two. Walk your left foot a little bit closer to that right foot. You can grab a block here if you like, and then simply hinge right over that right leg. Reach your left hand high. Triangle pose. Since we're doing power, you know where we're going. So I'm going to encourage you to bring your left arm towards the front of your mat. So really breathing into that left side body. See if you can peel your heart towards the sky. If you want to take it up a notch, you can go with me here. I'm right here with you. So lift and spread your toes. Turn your breath on. And then as you exhale, reach your right arm towards the front of your mat. So you're holding onto this beach ball, really engaging the core here. Big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Finding one more. Exhale, reach it all the way up. Pivot that right foot towards the front of the mat. Bring your hands to heart center. Take your feet and pivot them outward. So you can choose to find a wide-legged forward fold here, or you can come into goddess pose. We're going to find a little bit of a squat. So take your feet out wide, knees over your ankles. Bring your hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale, sit a little bit lower. Maybe bring your palms by your sides, coming into those angel wings or cactus arms here. Sinking just a little bit lower here. Spread your fingers, really getting into those legs. Lift and spread your toes. You're doing great. Sit just a little bit lower here. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath in. Pull the pit of your belly in. And then as you exhale, reach it up. Take your toes and bring them inward now, finding that wide-legged forward fold, or maybe just meeting there. Light bend at your knees, hinge over your hips and breathe. Inhale. Exhale. It's funny how we tend to forget about our breath. We forget to pause in God's presence. So just taking a few breaths here, really letting go, inhaling and exhaling. Finding one more breath here. Exhale, maybe hinging over the hips just a little bit deeper. Spread your toes. And then walk your palms towards the back of your mat, coming into that high lunge. Maybe you're bringing that knee down. Maybe you're kicking it up a notch and staying with me. Remember, we're in this together. I'm here with you. Bring your hands onto your hips. Make sure your hips are square. Reach your palms up high. Now left arm underneath right, coming into those eagle arms on the left side. That back heel is pointed towards the back of your mat, your knees over your ankle. Reach your arms up a little bit higher. Inhale, squeezing in. And then exhale, reach it up. Coming into warrior two. Lift that left arm is pointed towards the back of your mat now. Deepen the bend in your left knee. Peaceful warrior. So beautiful. Deepen the bend in that knee. Inhale. Exhale, simply straighten, coming into your triangle pose. Back to warrior two arms. Bump your right foot up. Hinge over your left leg, triangle pose. Open up your heart, right bicep by your ear. Making sure you're not dumping into that left hand. And then reach your left hand towards the back of your mat. Spread your fingers. Lift and spread your toes. Breathing into that side body. We're in this together. You're doing great. One more big breath in. And then exhale, reach it up, coming into your star pose. So open up wide here. Open up that heart. Inhale. And then exhale, bring your hands to heart center. So coming back to goddess pose. Toes point outward. Bend your knees, pull the pit of your belly in, and maybe sinking just a little bit lower here. So remember, we're in this together. You got this. Roll your shoulders down your back, pull the pit of your belly in, lift and spread your toes. Sinking a little bit lower here, maybe adding the arms, really opening up that body. Inhale and exhale. One more breath here. And then exhale, reach it up. Pull your toes towards the center of your mat, and then hinge over your hips, wide-legged forward fold. Bend your knees. Deepen your breath. You're doing great. Pausing in God's presence, holding on to his loyal love. Just taking a few more breaths here. And then gently walk your palms towards the front of your mat. Step your right foot back. Inhale, upward facing dog. So lovely. Breathing into the low back, downward facing dog. Taking that pause, so I want you to take a deep breath in, breath out. Inhale, out. Spread your fingers. Really breathing here. I want you to notice. So I want you to just become the observer here. Notice the difference between this down dog and your first down dog. Notice the breath. Notice the body. And notice if you are pausing in the presence of God. Psalm 20, verse 3 reminds us, may he remember every gift you have given him and celebrate every sacrifice of love you have shown him. Pause in his presence. Finding one more breath here. Side out. Gaze in between your hands and jump, step, or hop all the way up. Last little bit here. Halfway lift. Fold. Ground down into your feet, root to rise, reach your palms high, wrap your right arm underneath your left, coming into your eagle arms, shoulders align, or elbows align with your shoulders, bend your knees, and then wrap your right leg over your left leg, coming into eagle. to eagle legs too. So full on eagle here. If your hips are still square, you can take that right foot there and wrap it right underneath your left ankle or calf. Sitting just a little bit lower here, inhale, exhale. If you want to add a little bit more, bring your elbow towards your knees, crunching it in, and then exhale, reach it back up. Finding 2 more, elbow to knees, reach it back up. Lift your toes on your left foot, 1 more, elbow to knees, reach it back up, squeezing in tight. And then big expansive move into your airplane pose. Kick that right foot back, hips are square. You can bring your hands to blocks if you need to bring the floor a little bit closer. Inhale, exhale. Kick that right heel a little bit higher, flex your feet. And then bring your knee towards your chest, give it a squeeze. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, side out. Step your right foot down, coming into your mountain pose. So beautiful. So if you need a wall or a chair, you can go ahead and get next to one. If you need it, that's okay. So we're just gonna find the other side really fast, really quickly. Well, not super quickly, but we're just gonna move on to the other side and then move on to the floor. So ground down into your right foot. Well, first let's start with the arms. So bring your left arm underneath your right, coming into those eagle arms. Bend your knees, left leg over right leg. Really squeezing it in. Squeezing in as tight as you can here. Or maybe bring that elbow to knee. Reach it back up. 2 more, elbow to knee. Reach it back up. 1 more, elbow to knee. Reach it back up. Squeeze in tight. Big breath in. And then as you exhale, explore, expand that left leg back. Coming into your airplane pose. Palms facing the ground. Spread your fingers. Bend at your left knee. Kick that left heel just a little bit higher. Making sure your right foot's on 12 o'clock. Big breath in. You're doing great. And then bring that knee towards your chest. Give it a squeeze. Inhale. Exhale, set it down. Close your eyes, roll your shoulders down your back. Spread your fingers, inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Reach your palms high, inhaling. Side out, forward fold. Halfway lift, last little bit here. And then press your palms into the mat, step it back, or maybe kick it back, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Bring both of your feet together, raise your right leg high, bring your knee to your wrist, coming into your half pigeon. So you can make your way to figure 4 on your back, bring your right ankle to your left knee, or you can come into figure 4 like I'm doing. Make sure your hips are square, roll your shoulders down your back, reach the crown of your head high, flex your right foot. And then hinge over your right leg, really getting into that right hip. Finding about 5 big breaths here. Really breathing into the tension, breathing into that right hip. Big breath in. And then exhale, make your way over to that other side. Reach your left leg high, or maybe just flop right over to that other side. Elbow to knee, or knee to wrist, not elbow. We've already done that. Hips are square towards the mat. Flex that left foot. I always like to kind of rock side to side, get into those sticky spaces, and then just hinge right over that left leg. Finding those 5 breaths here. Big breath in. Sigh it out. Making your way to your last downward facing dog if you would like to. And then walk your feet towards your hands. Make your way onto your back. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Give it a squeeze. Maybe finding happy baby, waterfall, or whatever you need before our Shavasana, our final resting pose. You're in your happy baby. Press your whole back into the mat. Inhaling. And then exhale. Bring your knees over to one side, coming into that supine twist. So last little twist here. Gently make your way over to the other side. Breathing in and out. Gently bring your knees in toward your chest. Whenever you're ready, give yourself a squeeze, squeezing in as tight as you can. Inhale. And then as you exhale, open up, take on up as much space as you would like to. Finding that silent Shavasana, bring the palms of your hands facing towards the sky. Roll your shoulders down your back. Take one more big breath together. Open the mouth and sigh it out. Shavasana. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Maybe choosing to linger here for as long as you feel called to. This is your sacred space with God. Finding your feel-good morning stretch whenever you're ready. And then gently make your way over to one side. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Thanking God for the blessings. Thanking God for this sacred space, for his loyal love. And thank yourself for showing up today. Be trying something new. Maybe you just watched, and that's okay. You were here. Gently make your way to your seat. Bring your hands to your heart. Roll your shoulders down your back. And let's find one more big, expansive breath together. So your biggest breath yet, in through the nose. Open the mouth and sigh it out. Thank you, God, for loving us. Help us to not let go of your loyal love. Help us in this busy season to pause in your presence, to just take time to just be with you, to let go. Just fully surrender to wherever you're calling us. Thank you for loving us. Match our hearts to yours. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today. So it's such a pleasure. These 30-minute classes go by so fast. I'm leading a restorative retreat, virtual retreat, all through Zoom on December 11th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be doing some very resting class, so very restorative, lots of resting poses, a little bit longer than the 60 minutes. And then we're going to do some community and journaling after that. That's recorded, at least the part where I share, so you can find the recording there if you're interested in that. And then I'm also offering a free week to anyone that's new, and they can enjoy their first free week for free.